or the art of relationships. Thank you.
Hey, welcome everybody. It's Greg Dudzinski, fully licensed professional counselor here in Metro Detroit. Excuse me. Relationship and sex specialist here with the Art of Relationship show. Usually, most of the time, I am live every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time. I'm going to talk about today, healing after affairs, because that's actually one of my special areas. I work with couples where, let's face it, affairs happen, she cheated, he cheated, they both cheated type of thing. But I'm going to talk about maybe a more widespread issue, excuse me, that destroys relationships. And a lot of people look at, okay, Greg, what really tears relationships apart? And we all know, like I talked about, compatibility issues, love styles, as far as sexuality styles, if you will, or expectations and communication styles, and how they ebb and flow together. But you can have chemistry, you can have everything going well, but the one thing that rips relationships apart, let's face it, it is betrayals, okay? And there's all types of betrayals, there's all types of issues that go on. Betrayals are, let's face it, they go ebb and flow with trust issues. And outside of, cheating, there are a lot of other aspects that people don't even realize that come up, and be able to start after and look at what the hell is going on. And what? Is it possible that you are able to, kick it off a little bit and look at what betrayals happen in a relationship, okay? And a lot of betrayals could be lying to one another, withholding information from one another. It could be talking behind each other's backs, right? Or if one person, you're maybe at your family or her family, whatever, your partner's family, and they're starting to, talk poorly and disrespect your partner, and you are not stepping in to help and say, hey, wait a minute, you're not going to talk to him that way, you're not going to talk to her that way. You just sit in silence because, oh my God, I can't even confront my mom about this. It's my mom, I can't hurt her feelings. There are different levels of betrayal, and it breaches trust in the relationship, okay? And again, getting away from a right and wrong, when betrayals happen and trust is lost, and like I said, I'm doing this outside of the typical, I shouldn't say typical, but affairs, that type of cheating aspect. Doing it on other betrayals in a relationship, it's very, very difficult to be emotionally connected to somebody you don't trust. And this could be going after, like I said, you lie to somebody, you go after, you don't follow through with what you say you're going to do. There's a lot of issues that surround betrayal in a relationship, right? I'm going to do this. I promise to take you here, take you there, and you don't, okay? Outside of our control, okay? But to be able to go after, what am I doing, and to heal those betrayals in relationships? And that's one of the things, I look at when I'm seeing couples right off the jump, right off the first session. Like I said, I do things differently, and I do things, I want to get at the issue possible as soon as possible with the couple, of course, making it safe for them to do so. I don't want to waste people's time, and they don't like people, they usually don't like other counselors, therapists, whatever, dragging stuff out, okay? Because they've been dealing and enduring with this pain and the disconnect for usually a long time, okay? And they don't want to do that anymore, so you go after the betrayals right away and look at what the hurts are, what caused these betrayals. And the issues I run across with a lot of couples and individuals I see as well with broken relationships, divorces, breakups, and all this stuff, it's usually a betrayal of some sort, okay? Where, one person lied to the other one person, was talking bad behind their back, and they're looking at that level of betrayal like it's not a big deal. It's not as significant. It's not, it wasn't a big deal to me, so why are you all upset about it? You get me? And this is where rips relationships apart. It just deteriorates them real quick, because once a person doesn't trust you, right, where do you go from there, right? Emotional connect goes down the toilet, right? Let's face it, sexuality, sexual trust goes down the toilet. Yeah, I know. Excuse me for my sound effects. But, you have to look at rebuilding the trust and the betrayal aspects. You need to be able to own what you did. Not belittle it, not water it down, people. And a lot of issues, you know what? People have egos. Let's face it. Men, women, it doesn't matter. And with these betrayal elements, you need to hit on how they impacted your partner, not how you think they should impact your partner, right? Oh, it's not a big deal. Why are you so upset about it? Well, it's my mom. I can't, I can't put her in her place. So what happens, right? That tells your partner that, you are more important to them. You are more important than how they feel or maybe another person, right? Because you didn't stick up for your partner. Regardless if they were right or wrong, you didn't speak up for them. You didn't tell that other person, be it your mom, another relative, you know what? You don't talk to my partner that way. And you're telling them, justifying, right, why you did not do that, instead of connecting on the pain that you caused. Instead of saying, I should have done that. It was hard for me. It's my mom. No excuses. I need to do this, and I'm going to do it. If it happens again, I'm going to do it. Matter of fact, I'm going to call my mom right now, my mother right now, and talk to her about it and put her in a place and say it wasn't cool, and it's not going to be tolerated anymore. Simple, right? You need to be able to stand your ground and own what you did when there is a betrayal, whatever that betrayal is, okay? And I gave some examples, and I'll run down some examples at the end of the show. But you need to be able to own what you did in that situation. You need to be able to hit on, okay, what am I going to do to fix this situation? Number one is you need to be able to connect with your partner on the level of pain that they feel. Okay? Sounds easy, right? It's not easy. You need to stop judging. Oh, you big baby, it's no big deal, right? Well, why are you so upset? It's, what? It's a little thing. Who decides that? It's not you. It's not me being the therapist, okay? It's that person that was hurt and that was betrayed. And we all know, again, breaking a shoelace doesn't mean the end of the world, okay? That isn't what I'm talking about. But when it comes to betrayals and breaking trust and breaches of trust and those type of aspects, we cannot judge. It's not up to us to judge if it was, a little thing, a big thing, a medium hurt. No, that person that was betrayed, they determine it and what they feel, and you need to be able to go after how they feel, number one. A lot of people in my office, they don't do that. Greg, I can't believe she was upset over that. And I'm like, who gives you the right to decide how she or he is hurt? Okay? So number one, whatever the betrayal was, okay, you need to be able to go after the hurt that your partner feels. Put yourself in your shoes. And a lot of people, I can't because I don't see what the big deal is. And that's where I tell people and I give advice. Have you ever watched YouTube videos? Type in YouTube videos on expressing empathy, on expressing compassion, or even look at, movies at sharing compassion and empathy. It's all over the place. You know what? Can you model that? And I don't want you just to act on it. I want you to be able to feel it. And that tends to be a huge differentiating factor with a lot of couples versus, okay, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. Big difference then. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you again. Be authentic, be real, be genuine, because if you just give lip service and you come from a place where you're just trying to, make you feel better because you don't know what else to do, that partner of yours is going to read through that, right? They know you. They're going to read and they're going to feel it's not authentic. And then what happens, right? It's not genuine. Then an argument starts because they're still feeling not heard. They're still feeling like you don't care what the betrayal was. And probably the most important thing, you don't get how much hurt they feel, and you're not even trying to, because you are trying to self-protect and try to water it down and justify how they should feel or not. So stop it, okay? Like I said, Google, expressions of empathy, expressions of compassion. They're all over the place. YouTube it. That way you can know and try to connect with, how your partner feels, and you're not judging on if it was a severity level of that betrayal or breach of trust, okay? Sounds simple. It's not. But you need to be able to go after that in order to start healing, I should say. Sorry, let me back up. In order to start healing that betrayal and, the breach of trust. It sounds simple. It's not, okay? Because I tell people when that person might yell and bring it up again, okay? Oh my God, I can't, man, it really hurt me. It pissed me off. You lied to me. You talked behind my back. It really, hurt me, ticked me off that you didn't put your mom in her place or your dad in his place or whatever that situation. You know what, babe? I'm sorry. I need to do better. I will do better. And that's where, you need to follow up. And like I said, an example, you need to call your mom, call your dad, your relative, your friend, whatever, that disrespected your partner, okay? And it's not about if they have a point. Well, they have a point. You need to stop that, okay? You need to be able to show that empathy and compassion towards your partner. Say, I know it hurts your feeling. I know this, and I should have put them in their place. And then you can talk about different perceptions or different, aspects of what happened, what went on. Forget about the justification for now. You need to go after your partner's pain, number one. And then, if that situation keeps going on and on and on again, or a similar situation, you know what? That mirrors or that, sort of resembles that betrayal of trust. What's going to happen? That one big issue of betrayal, it's going to seem like it's going to be refreshed and like it happened today to your partner, even though it happened 5 years ago. So you need to be cognizant of that. And that's where a lot of betrayal, if there's similar situations, that's where a lot of people, they bring that betrayal, that bigger betrayal comes back and feels like it just happened again. And that's where the trust goes down the toilet, okay? Here I thought this was happening, we're going on the right back, trust rebuilding, and then you lied to me again, okay? Your mom was disrespectful again, or your father was, or whatever. You talked behind my back again. And all of a sudden, that incident, even though it was, say the second time, I'm not saying only second time, what happens is, that first time is going to come right back into play. And you need to be, oh my God, you're bringing that up from the past. You know why? Because it feels to them like it still happened today. Because a similar incident or a repeated offense happened again. And that's going to erode, okay? And you need to own that, okay? I get that. I hurt you. I said I wouldn't do this again. But you need to work your butt off. And you know what? Fixing the issue, talking to somebody if you have an issue about it. If you need to vent, we need to vent, but you also need to not throw shade. You need to also not disrespect your partner, okay? There's a big difference, okay? You don't throw them underneath the bus to other people. Well, it's my mom. I can talk to her about, you know what? Hell no. Don't ever go that route. Go after how your partner feels, okay? And then you need to fix the betrayal. You need to own the pain that you've endured, not judge it, not justify it, but own it, and then work your butt off to make sure it doesn't happen again, okay? We're human. We screw up, okay? But you need to own it with a genuine, authentic, sincere apology, remorse, and own what you did and not water it down. And then, the level of trust in those betrayals can be healed and rebuilt. If they keep happening, it ain't going to be healed. Plain and simple, and your relationship is going to, typically either, if you do stay together, it's going to be so disconnected, you're going to fight on and off all the time, okay? And if you don't stay together, now you know why, okay? Because your partner can't trust you. The betrayal is set in stone, and it can't, you can't move on from that anymore because maybe it wasn't handled and healed properly to begin with and what your partner needed, okay? So share my videos, the Art of Relationship show. I want to help as many people possible heal the broken hearts that, you endured, maybe you caused, okay? And have the relationship you crave, but also, please, for single people out there and also as individuals out there, to help you have the relationship that you crave with yourself. And I'm all about, as you've heard many, many times over the years, I'm all about self-love and, self-respect. But that also means that you can be compassionate and empathetic towards other people, right? You can have that mix. So let's keep spreading peace and love out there to everybody, okay? Website, theartofrelationships.org. And as always, people, peace and love. Take care.